What is up, Whale family? This is Nytmare and Rune bringing you Hangtime, where we talk NBA Top Shot, the market, fantasy basketball, fantasy sports, collectibles, all things hoops and hype. Rune, my man, how are you doing on this frigid Monday?
I am doing very well. I'm very tired, but mostly for work reasons, and kids, but otherwise good. Yourself? How was Snowmageddon?
It was pretty rough, man. On Saturday, my neighbor who's a nurse, she's pretty old. She came home in the morning and asked me to help dig her out, and so I had to like dig essentially
Mm,
twice, right? So she
yeah.
couldn't get back into. First of all, her car was stuck, and then I
Oh,
had to get her, into her driveway, and then she asked if I could take care of her house.
oh,
Then later on take care of my own. But it's kind of like that
yeah.
commercial when I was a kid. You bring a pizza to your neighbor, and
Yep.
some kind of good karma comes your way. So I do have some packs to rip today and things
Nice.
to reveal on stream. Hopefully that karma brings a little Joe Boo to our lives, right? So we'll
You
see
got
where that
that
goes.
right.
But
See if
it's
you rip
gold,
a
man.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, I would love it, but there's actually a lot of good
Yeah,
opportunities in these packs, especially being the divisional round that we had, which were just incredible plays, right?
that's right. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But before we get to that, I did want to take a look at your man, dude. Embiid absolutely carrying
Yeah.
carrying the
Yes.
Sixers. Now odds on favorite. I think it was 50-1 at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Odds on favorite for the MVP. How you feeling right now?
I'm loving every second of it. He's hitting triple doubles like it's nothing. He is basically carrying the Sixers. The fiasco with Ben Simmons is going nuts now that the Kings are out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're
Adams
still
is
holding your
amazing.
moments.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Good.
Yeah,
We got the All
I
Star
love
break
that
coming
though.
up in
I
a
love
few
it.
weeks. All-Star break coming up in a few weeks, trade deadline action, so I'm sure we'll see a lot of cool stuff. I'm always interested to see how these types of things influence values on Top Shot. And so, if he continues to be the odds on, heading into the tail end of the back half, and it looks like he'll be awarded, I'm sure your moment will
Yeah.
benefit greatly from it. And, there may be an opportunity. I know there was a time there last year with Jokic that
Yeah.
it really had a nice run up.
So
Well,
that was actually my plan for last year, but then he and Simmons both got COVID at the same exact time, and they couldn't make the MVP game, or excuse me, the All Star game. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm seeing comments in the Discord
Yeah.
that the bots was not friendly. So if you're watching us on Twitch, you happen to see us right now. If not, let's leave some comments in the chat so everyone can
Oh
check it.
no, you're right. Let me hit up Long too if he's avail.
I think you just wanted me to linger a little longer on your
I think
Joel Embiid
so.
page so that we could run up the
Yep.
value even more. But while you're at it, let's take a look at Franchise Joe. What another weekend of great games. These playoffs have been unbelievable for the most part. I was really happy to see the Bengals come through at the end of the day. Just
Same.
showing that kind of poise to come back in Arrowhead down like that. But talk about the swag on this dude. My
Yeah.
goodness, right? So
Those
they were
glasses
talking.
are sweet.
Yeah, it looks like something out of the 80s. I love it. They were
Yeah.
talking, they were like, hey, you can look at his eyes and see, the fierce competitor and determination. And I'm like, I don't really see it. But then, seeing his response afterwards, he definitely has a unique way about him. I'm
He
becoming a Joe Burrow fan after these playoffs.
Yeah, he looks like oh god, I'm getting so old. He looks like a kid. Ugh, aging myself.
Well, he is relative to you, Rune. He's like 1/3 of you. I don't know.
Yeah.
How old are you in your 70s? I'm not really sure.
In his 70s now, man.
But I do like, what I did like about that game also in particular is all this talk about the coin toss. I know I talked last week that, it's something that I'm okay with, right? Like I like that variability that someone could come through theoretically, right, and have a chance even if they should get dominated. And if the things fall their way, they have an opportunity to win. And we finally seen the defense make a play and come through and win in overtime. So it was good to see that narrative change up a little bit.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so LA defeats San Francisco. What's that mean for Jimmy G? I don't really know, but good for
I think
Matt
he's
Stafford,
gone.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Garoppolo's gone, but I mean, kudos to the team that gets him because he's not a terrible quarterback. But yeah, Stafford,
yeah,
loving it.
no, he's serviceable, I suppose.
Yeah,
But given the right environment, I think he could do good. But let's talk about
yeah,
Stafford. Good
yeah.
to see it after his, toiling in Detroit. That being said, he has
Yep,
OBJ. He had
yep.
Megatron. Like, what a run of receivers the dude had.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I mean, Detroit for its time with having Stafford did. He always he. I'm glad that this happened to him because I always thought he had potential. He just did not have a team around him that was good enough. And I hate to say that for all the Detroit fans. Sorry, guys, but I mean, he basically showed everything. I mean, the first half was just terrible. But I mean they opened it up big time in that second half. It was awesome to see.
Yeah, I feel bad for that dude that dropped the pick. That
I
could have
know, right
could
in
have
his
been.
chest.
I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing to see the pick like glance off you when you had a shot at it, but I
Yeah,
mean, you couldn't get more of a gimme. But
yeah.
I've been there. I've
That
missed
would
a
have been
free.
his first interception all season too.
Yeah, yeah. I've been there. I missed a free throw that would have won an important game. I mean,
Yeah,
we all
right.
can relate. It's just tough to watch, right? It's tough to watch. And with that, with the news this weekend, we also had the leak of Tom Brady's pseudo retirement. He's retired. He's not retired. A lot of speculation that he is, but he doesn't want to upstage the playoffs. What do you think of Tom riding off into the sunset?
Bye bye.
I mean, I know you're not a fan, but you think it's going to happen. I think you said he wouldn't. I said he wouldn't, but interestingly,
Uh,
he said something to the effect of he was satisfied with the season. Tom saying
yeah,
satisfied, that's a little crazy.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if he wants to go ahead, the only reason why I was saying that he wasn't gonna end the season was because of the fact that he got his first ever unsportsmanlike conduct. But you know what? That could have been his drop the mic. I'm out of here. You know. But I think if we don't see him in media very, very soon, he'll get the itch.
No, he's not gonna be a talking head. There's no way, dude.
You
No
don't think
way.
so?
Tom Brady. Oh my goodness. If he's not playing, it's because his family demands it and he needs to, he feels like he should put that time back in. And so, um, you know, I think he possibly could be done, but you never know, come a month from now, 2 months from now, emotions change.
Oh, all right. All right. We'll see.
But on a related note, since we're talking about Tom, Mac Jones going to the Pro Bowl as like the sixth alternate or whatever. So shout out to Mac Jones for making it there despite the late
Yeah.
season collapse.
Yeah.
Nice foundational years for the Pats, and another Pats related moment, coincidentally, Raiders picking up Josh McDaniels for their head coach, along with the director of player personnel from the Pats. I think that's a good move for them.
I do too. I actually think it is a really good move. Excuse me. I did also hear that there's talk of I think the Titans. I think no, not the Titans. The Texans picking up one of the Eagles coaches
Yeah.
as potential head coach, which would be interesting to see if that comes through.
Interesting. So I like the Raiders move for Derek Carr, right? Obviously,
Yes.
McDaniels is a great offensive mind. I think he'll be able to put a system that will really help them flourish there, and it'll be exciting, man. I might have to get out to Vegas for my first kind of travel post COVID. Head out there for a game. That would be pretty dope. The Pats do play the Raiders this upcoming season, so that'll be fun.
That would be a lot of fun, actually. Yes,
Hey,
yeah.
go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No,
You
no.
going
I
to
was going to
Vegas
say I
too?
also wanted to make note of the Rams game and the San Francisco game, only because Odell Beckham Jr. has been around for a while. He's had some amazing plays, amazing catches, especially when he was with the Giants. But that last night at the end of the game, when he was consoling God, I can't even. I'm blanking on his name. The guy from San Francisco. That I was like, that's great. That's to me. I mean, it just showed that you know a lot of people give him hate just because the personality is. He's not like Terrell Owens or anything like that. But I just thought that was really good. That was really nice.
Yeah, and coming from you as a Giants fan, that's big. Obviously, the maturation of OBJ has played a big
I am
role
not a
there.
Giants fan. No
Uh,
way, Jose.
yeah, I know you're a Philly guy. I'm just busting your chops, obviously.
I know because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to be married to a Giants fan. That was terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm a Sox fan. I used to be with a Yankees fan. That was tough. But we all found our way, right? That's what divorces are
Yeah.
for. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Poppy finally making it into the
Yes.
Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yep.
A lot of discussion on, whether or not he's in the same kind of category as Bonds and you know,
Hmm.
and whatnot. But I like this title right here. It
I
kind of
do
talks
too.
to my perspective. It's a victory for the eye test, right? If you can look at this guy and say, how clutch he was and what he meant to the game of baseball when he was playing. It was an unbelievable run. But shout out to Big Poppy for sure.
Definitely. Definitely. That's really good. I mean he was definitely a favorite of mine on the
Yeah,
team
yeah.
back
And
then.
so I know you got some stuff. Let's throw it over to the Rune Report.
Yeah, gonna actually do two little things here. I did only have one at one point, so I'm not too certain if it's gonna show the second one just yet, but we'll see. Right now, what I have going on is looks like Argentina is being the national team is being sued. Um, so Messi is on here, Suarez, some really good, really good players. But what happened was they had a deal with Socios. Well, apparently the Argentinian Football Association killed the fan token contract with Socios only to sign the same exact thing with Binance. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so it was a really um when it was announced that they were going to that Binance and them signed, and it was a big deal, and then everyone was like, wait a minute, what about Socios? They're doing the same exact thing." So it turns out there's a bunch of legal action going on, but they basically said it literally is the same thing that they were doing with Socios, now only with Binance, and they're suing because they're saying that Binance basically came in and took over because they had the money, and that was that. So I just thought that was interesting. We'll see the results of that lawsuit and see what it does. But I think it's actually pretty cool because if you think about it, with crypto being so new, there's always that I want to jump in, so let's get on something. I don't care what it is, let's just get on something. And then come to find out maybe it's not the right fit or whatever. You were just, work, moving too fast or whatever it was, that we might see more and more of these as they go on.
I
Um,
mean,
yeah,
from what I know of Socios, that was a bad decision. I would have stuck with Socios. They are directly working with the fans and fans engagement all of this time.
yep.
Alexander does a tremendous job over there, and obviously they're more tuned in and honed in. The only thing Binance has is
I,
you guys can characterize it how you want. I think that was a bad move.
yeah, I do too. I am right there with you. It sets a bad precedent too, in my opinion. But let me know if you could see this now within StreamYard because yep,
Yep,
you can.
Dempsey.
Okay, cool. Great. Yes. Dempsey, one of my favorite players for the US men's national team. Actually got his jersey, which is really nice. He got a nice surprise yesterday live on television, getting elected to the National Soccer Hall of Fame. So he's a part of Paramount Plus TV network, and does like all of the commentary for a bunch of games that they have on Paramount. And while they were doing their show right here, you can see it. The host, which is the lady on the far left, she surprised each one of them with a gift, but deliberately gave Dempsey's last. Charlie Davies on the far right. He's actually close to you, there, Nytmare, where he lives. But anyway, they surprised him by giving him a U.S. soccer scarf, and he was like, "I got about 1 million of these, but I thank you. This is awesome." And she's like, "No, I'm giving this to you because you've been inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame." So big man made it. Huge player, played out in England for a long time, came back, played for Seattle Sounders in MLS, helped them big time, and it has been was a huge player for the U.S. men's national team, especially when they went in. I think it was 2014. Yeah, it was 2014 when they went to the round of 16 World Cup, and so he ended up leaving because he ended up having a undiagnosed heart issue, so he had to do a forced retirement early. But yeah, this is huge for him.
Wow, like how can you be surprised? Like it's not a public voting or something, or the results weren't in?
No, it's not a public voting. The National Soccer Hall of Fame is different than like the uh, football and baseball, where it's not like a ballot or anything like that. They just, I mean, it's based in Texas. They let everyone in there apparently. No, because they're just building it. The National Soccer Hall of Fame has basically just been rebuilt and rebranded. They don't have a full system in yet, and it is basically
Okay.
just the National Soccer Hall of Fame making the announcements.
They should have put him out there against Canada this weekend. That's what they should have done.
Oh my god,
Let's
what a terrible game.
let's not dwell on that one.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
not dwell on that one.
Nope. So anyway, that was it. But these inductees are really awesome, and to see Hope Solo in there too is really nice. She was a great goalkeeper. Personal life wasn't too great, but she was great on the field.
Uh,
Anyway, that's it for the Room Report.
Thanks, Rune. Let's talk Top Shot because it has been an exciting week and a lot of interesting stuff going on. The market, interestingly, continued some slow, steady growth after this weird data anomaly that we had talked about. We saw that climb back up. If we look at moment ranks, we see similar data here, right? So we're above 800K again for total market cap on both metrics, or rather both sites that measure this. It seems like the market in general has rebounded from what was just kind of a reflexive reaction to the market collapse in the macro crypto market. Interestingly, if you look at, collectively, despite what had just happened with the macro market in crypto, we've sustained that momentum, right? So we had that dip, we came right back here. Metrics here are continuing to climb as far as transactions and sales volume. We have these anomaly spikes, but if you look at the baseline volume here, you see this diagonal upward trajectory, which kind of talks to a lot of the things that they're doing that have been really successful right now. If we look at the individual base sets, all three are showing growth this particular week. Now, that being said, it's after everything had dropped off, right? A lot of things were affected by the macro market. And interesting now, after seeing the trickle chart for so long, they've now moved to a different way to kind of demonstrate what the effective marketing stuff is. And so interestingly, when you look at it this way, the Kevin Durant ad and the marketing that they ran, we were talking about only having about 10,000 redemptions for that pack at the point that we discussed it last. But really, that's about 3 times the volume that they had prior when it came to onboarding new people. So if they can sustain that momentum, that'll be significant, right? Because here we're really, maybe we're at 2,000, maybe 3,000 on average, and here we're at like 12, right? So obviously it dips. But if we stay at like 6 and we've doubled what we had prior, I'd say that's a success.
I do too. And that's I mean, you're absolutely right. And it's funny that that we see that bar come up with a Kevin Durant ad drop. But this is something I noticed too. The base 2 set actually rose above the base 3 set for the first time in percentage, at least for the first time in a while, at least.
Well, I think
not much, but still.
Yeah, I think base 3 is still benefiting a lot from people trying to, opportunistically score those rookies. But, we had that week last week where a lot of things had fallen off. You could take a look at, what people are going after here. We have some significant increases, in the last 24 hours, 50%, et cetera. The sets are relatively stable, right? So, stable growth. There's not one thing that's a major driver of it, at least in this, latest day chart. If we look at the whale account, we're still around this $25 million range. We're going above it and below it. Fluctuations depending on, one particular moment where people are listing things. We demonstrated before how that LeBron James could really throw a kink in the mix there if one of them drops down and then they're all valued at that same metric. But I'd say that's relatively stable. If you wanted to do it with specificity, we're down about 10% versus last week. And evaluate market in similar, fashion has dropped. Although, this is where we saw some of that weird data. The whale vault remains number one, right? Now that we've clarified that, we are by far number one. And My
Yes.
very unscientific Jokic continues to be healthy at 94, actually up from the 89 it was
Yeah.
last week. So, hey, you know what? In my most not financial advice recommendation, I say things are in good shape.
Yeah, so far I was actually really curious about that Jokic, but 94, nice.
Hey, I'm growing some curiosity for it. I love it.
Yeah.
I did want to say that they did announce all-time records for monthly transactions, and this was a few days ago, right? So they likely exceeded
Oh
this,
wow.
but healthy volume this month, 1.6, 1.7 roughly million transactions over the month of January, and over $52 million in marketplace volume. So setting records with the different things that they are doing despite the
Jeez.
crypto collapse. So, that says that a lot of the initiatives that they have are doing well. If they didn't have them, they'd be in a rough spot. But I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are happy with where things are at versus the sentiment that it was going into the tail end of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
So we had a couple of drops this past week, right? So Hollow Icon
Mhm.
and MGLE3 both dropped on Tuesday.
Yep.
There's 1,400 packs of here. You need a 25,000 collector score for the premier queue
Yep.
and 10,000 for the general. Also, for MGLE3, you needed 7.5K collector score or 2.5K for general. I qualified for neither right now
Yeah.
with where my collection is at. But the more interesting thing to me is set holders of the previous sets were also airdropped packs, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
some distinct utility there for people that are
Wow.
collectors, right? So
Yeah,
you love to see
definitely.
that.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty cool.
I do know that I do know that some people in our community were able to score after often saying that they would
Yeah,
never land in the queue spot where they were able to get some. So props to everyone that was able
definitely.
to score. Also, we had the return of Series 1 reserve packs, batch 3. And
Mhm.
didn't see a lot of action on this within
I
our
didn't
community,
either.
but we did see someone who put in the effort.
Yep.
And I was going to show it, but I don't, if they want to show it, they can feel free to do it. I'm not trying to emphasize or rub salt in the wound, but basically what they said is, obviously it's a lot of effort for this. 350 trade tickets did not get
Yep.
great returns. Did not
Oh,
get great returns. So
that's a shame.
it was kind of rough to see. But part of the process there. I don't know.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
me, it would be for me if I was on the fence, it would have been a deterrent seeing what they landed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, Varun, I know you're working on that with your 350 trade tickets.
Oh,
You
yeah.
may want to reconsider and hold
Yep.
on to all those Embiid copies you got.
I actually just received my second ever ticket. So yeah, that was about 3 months from my first ticket. So I'm on my way.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Challenges over the past week have been pretty cool with the diversity that they've
Yes.
they've kind of put out there, right? So,
Yeah.
we had the continuation of these tiered where they had easy and hard. We had
Yeah.
some MGLE. We had some stuff relative to free throws, to role
Yep.
players,
The free throws.
to
Yep.
city versus city. So, I really love to see what they've done with this and flesh this out to make it more inclusive. So
Yep.
if you have any type of collection, there's a chance that you'd be able to participate. I gotta say though, the Hollow Icon challenges have some dope rewards. This
Mhm.
DeRozan is sick.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
The walk off three there, right?
The walk off
So
three. Yep.
that's an
Even
absolute great legendary moment,
yeah. The also the one for the clean off the clean the glass. I think it was that one is really nice too.
right? And this is the one. Obviously, if I was playing
Mhm.
along and had an opportunity, this jaw is a great moment, right?
Mhm.
Unbelievable. So that was an iconic play from this season
So good.
already. Everyone's talking about it. Sick moment. Too bad it's kind of out of scope for a lot of people, but certainly does reward people in that tier.
Good old jaw.
Let's talk about the big news of the day.
Mhm.
KD, right? We knew KD's
Yeah.
involvement. He was stepping up with boardroom and a lot more
Yep.
integrated with some of the recent announcements, commercials, etc. So, did you have a chance to look at this?
No, I did not. It was on my to-do list for today, but
So super dope. Let me give you the scoop without hold on. I'm getting hyped up. I get my hyped up face on. All right. All right. So check this out. Um, new KD curated packs, game recognized game, dropping this Thursday, right? So there's going to be two packs, two rarities, a standard pack for $19 an elite pack for $49. The
Not
big
bad.
deal about this is they're introducing mixed rarities in the pack.
What?
So in the standard pack, there's four moments. One, you have a possibility of scoring a limited edition common or a rare or a
Nice.
legendary, right?
That's
The odds in
awesome.
the standard are obviously lower, but there's still a chance,
Yeah.
right? So you can hit that home run. And now the elite packs, which are $49, there's 5 moments. One is guaranteed to be one of those special moments. So a limited
Nice.
edition common, a rare, or a legendary, right?
Nice
So
prices too. I'm actually stoked about that. Those are really good prices.
yeah. Well, I mean, let's get through all the details if we get too excited, because there's some fine print here, right?
Right.
But the limited editions are 10,000. There's also 6 moments KD handpicked and will narrate. So we think that's cool, right? When they add
Yeah.
some utility with the narration and whatnot, right? He's
Uh-huh.
doing an AMA tomorrow in the Nine Lives Lounge. People will be able to ask him questions. He'll be presenting, etc. So really cool
Nice.
that they're introducing this. Um, so let's take a look. They have a very specific set of requirements here that you're going to need to be able to qualify, right? So
Yeah.
essentially your collector score is going to equal your purchase power, right? Based on
Okay.
your
Okay.
collector score, you can purchase a certain number of packs. And
Huh.
also, interestingly, they're also airdropping these packs to set holders of
Really?
specific sets, right? So if you already had a
Nice.
certain collection of sets, you're already getting some of these. But let's check out some of these collector scores and requirements. So mixed rarities, which is cool, which is something I thought of when I saw the NFL. I was like, hey, how is it possible you could randomly score, a legendary in the NFL or UFC? Evidently, they found a way, because before the
Mm.
discussion was what? You can't do
Yeah.
that because
You
of
can't do
loot
that. Yeah.
box requirements, right? So
Yeah.
they found a way around that, evidently. I don't know the specifics. So this is coming to Top Shot
Huh.
at an affordable rate. Let me get back to the requirements, right? So for the standard packs, you need a 1,000 minimum collector score. And if
Yep.
you have that, you can snag 2 packs, right?
Okay.
So it tiers up based on your collector
Yeah.
score here, right?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
if you have 3,000, you can buy up to 3 packs, etc., right? So up to 5,000 and you can get 4 packs. Now the elite start at a base level collector score of 10,000,
Phew.
right? So the elite packs have one more moment. They're a little bit more
They're
expensive.
gonna guarantee.
They're guaranteed one is special, then they have better odds.
Yep.
Okay. And so what they're putting in for rare moments into this specific drop, because the other exciting thing about this is introducing a new mechanic for February. So this
Mm.
is just the first of several drops in this month where they'll be using this mixed rarity in the
Neat.
pack, right?
Nice.
So we got what coming up? The All-Star break. So
All
maybe
star.
right, All-Star games may be part of it, right? But so we know what the collector score requirements are. Down here, it kind of talks to the airdrops. You can take a look at this blog post. If you have some of these complete sets, you'll be airdropped some stuff.
Whew.
Down here, excuse my incessant scrolling here. Here are the odds, right? So if you get the standard pack, you have a 24% chance of pulling a limited edition common.
Wow. Wow.
You have a 2.5% chance of pulling an MGLE. Not bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Not bad. And you have a chance of being struck by lightning and pulling a hollow icon. Not a great shot, less than 1%, right?
Someone will
0.8,
get it.
right? But someone will pull it.
Yeah.
So you have a chance. So I love just having that in there, right?
Yeah.
And then
Definitely.
for the elite, because I know we have plenty of people that qualify within our community with 10,000 collector score min, 90% chance of pulling a limited edition common, 8% for MGLE, and 1.5% for a hollow icon. Those are tremendous odds. That
Yeah.
plus the number of packs that you can pull. This is
Yep.
exciting, man. This
Yeah,
is really exciting.
That hollow icon percentage is a 200% chance, 200% more chance of getting one in that pack than on the other pack. I just
Yeah,
noticed the 0.079 to 1.49. Yeah, that's good.
well, this is infinitely more than my 0% chance of getting a hollow icon. so
Well,
so
yeah,
you
that's true.
so you guys know I kind of pulled out of the market. I sold off a bunch
Yep.
of stuff. I
A lot of us did.
I was a glutton for punishment and went back in on the hustle and show. That being said, my collector score is at 600 or something. Immediately, I'm like, I need to go into the marketplace right now. I need to
So
go get a minimum 1,000 because there's no way
yeah,
I'm not
right.
going to participate in that.
So let me ask: is the airdrops, the airdrop packs, are I'm thinking about like the whale vault. I mean, there's so many sets or packs in there. I mean, could it get a drop? You know?
Yeah, possibly for Hollow MMX. I have to see
Yeah,
if we have the entire series. I'm not certain. Or MGLE, we may have the entire
yeah,
series. If that's the case, you're right. That's an incredible asset, right? We may have
yeah,
those to give away, or
yeah.
and maybe we put something together around that. But I need someone to do some homework. Room, can you take a look, see if we have the complete set?
I need access first. No,
No, you do not need access to look, crew.
no, I need access.
You're yeah, you want access. I hear you. I've been trying to get the keys to the $50 million asset for a
Right?
while myself. We'll see. I think I'm close. I
There
think I'm
you
close though. So
go.
anyway, this is super cool.
Yeah,
Whatever with this iteration, I'm sure they'll tweak percentages and numbers, but introducing random rarities is something that I'm excited about because so often I've said only rewarding the has and not the people still trying to claw their way in. I don't know if that's the right way. This seems to strike a balance. I think they'll have to tweak it, but I'm excited about it.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the again, they just keep transforming ways, and it's never stale. It's never stale. So even though I don't have any remote chance of getting any of these, I'm definitely excited to see the people in our server that do get a chance to get these
Oh,
and
hold on.
seeing
You
what they
you're
pull.
are you saying you wouldn't get some standard packs for $19?
I don't have 1,000 score. I'm at a fifth of that, dude. I'm at like 200.
It's time to get to the marketplace or to run it up.
I know, right? You're gonna make me bankrupt.
Now, listen, we talked about the challenges real quick. I did think this was cool. We shared it in our community. Moment Nerd put this together. It's a utility flash.momentnerd.com. You can
Mhm.
put in, your Top Shot account, which I did, and it clearly
Yes, I
said
did too.
I have nothing. You
Same,
know,
same here. Nothing.
no, I'm just kidding. But it will tell you, what you have for the existing challenges. So that's definitely cool
This
from a
is a nice
utility
find.
standpoint. Yeah, and so exciting stuff on Top Shot. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've been, that excited about what's actually happening in the Top Shot marketplace and ecosystem. But there are other things out there happening, right? So Candy Digital,
Yes, I heard
um,
about this.
marketplace 2 weeks. Our own lady War Boss doing some damage in there, but
Yep.
always, uh, continuing to progress here with baseball as it tries to find its market and really where the collectors are. I think it's kind of siloed at the moment, but that being said, posting some significant sales.
Yeah, and I mean, even the 7 out of 30 for Vladimir Guerrero, being at the all sevens, that's awesome. But I mean, I was really surprised to see that the one of Otani going for 100K. Not that it doesn't deserve it. I just I was surprised to see that sale. That's awesome for them.
Yeah, I told Lady Warboss that she should have just set the market, right? Put everything for 1 million, see what
Yeah,
happens.
there
Don't
you
know if she
go.
took my advice, not financial advice when I give you any advice here. Let's talk collectibles real quick,
Yeah.
right? So Starcade, we're all super hyped about that here. Signal Noise is an
Hmm.
incredible artist. So their project,
Yes.
we've talked about it a few times. Gamification with an in real life game. They're dropping a
Yep.
token that coincides with the characters. Blah blah blah. It's dope.
Mm.
The pre-sale, if you were on the whitelist, is today
Yeah.
for everyone to be guaranteed one. So if you didn't get over there, pay attention to gas. You got 24 hours, so till about 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to go ahead and
Yes.
scoop yours. We talked about how you can add weapons and everything on this, so super dope. I'm really interested
Spicer.
to see what happens with it. I'm debating how DGen I'm going to go, quite honestly.
So yeah, and I did get mine. So what happened was when obviously I was on it at 1 p.m. Eastern. I was like, yeah, let me see what this does because I had set away a certain amount and for this, and I was like, please don't let gas be XYZ amount. And sure enough, it was way over that. So I was like, okay, here we go. Got away. Got 24 hours, so that's cool. I tried again about a half an hour later, and I kid you not, gas fell at a ridiculous amount so that I was able
Yeah,
to afford
listen,
it.
Room. We don't need to hear you bragging, Room. We're all
Hey,
still
no,
waiting
no,
for the
no.
gas to come down. So
Yeah. But this is like the first time I've had gas cooperate with me for like my entire crypto life. But I do need to say that it was the power of the pineapple pizza. If
Okay.
you go
Yeah, I
back
did
into
see.
the if you go back into the dolphin chat,
I did see that you posted some pineapple pizza pics for
yep,
Jobu, and he accepted your offering.
he
So
did.
hopefully that gives you some rare stuff here. I'm really psyched about this. I would be if it was
Yeah,
just Signal Noise's art and the different randomization of traits, but knowing
yeah,
that it has tie into the game, that there will be battles, and also that there is a token going to be associated
yes,
with it. I'm really excited, but really wanted to just make mention of something that I'm proud of that we're doing here. If you were whitelisted for that for this, you could have done it two ways. One, by being early because you heard us
yep.
blabbering about it, right? Or number two, it was offered to whale role holders.
Whale
So
only.
you know how you got on this whitelist? By being a role holder in whale and part of the
Yes.
whale community, not hula hooping through fire, not
Nope.
jumping up and down doing the kid and play dance or anything else that they
No
ask you to
DM
do in all these other
spam.
discords, because that's getting crazy. I just
Yeah,
can't bring
I
myself
can't
to
take it.
participate.
Yeah, I can't take it either. No DM spams, nothing. It pays to be a role holder. We say it all the time, and this is again proof positive. And it's not the only thing. So there's been other things that have come up that for role holders only, like this.
Yes, yes. So Hackatal, right? We're on the precipice of their second drop for Queens and Kings, which is super dope.
Mhm.
We've had a lot of Hackatal on over the past
Yep.
month, really, with the curation from
Yep.
Breezy of Hackatal's work,
Yep.
which was an awesome event, by the way. But
Thank you.
again, this is another drop coming on February 9th for the
Mhm.
remaining Queens and Kings, where you can hack the trades. It even had in the roadmap a battle royale coming up. Who knows what that's going to be?
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing. And I do know that we have some big partners between Sotheby's and AMD. So really cool stuff
Yep.
to come. If you're not on the whitelist, I don't know if you still have an opportunity. I think you might
I
reach out to
think you
DC,
do. I
or
think you
head
do.
over,
Yeah.
reach out to DC, head over to the Hackathon Discord. Again, this is a whitelist that you can be on just because you are a role holder in whale. And let me tell
Yep.
you, people are tripping over themselves to try to get into Queens and Kings.
Yeah.
So that's super dope. Again, we're anti hula hooping over here. We don't
Yes.
want to make you guys have to do a bunch of tasks. We just want to bring you
Yeah.
value. And by the way, props for the event that
Yes.
that went down over the weekend, and this
Thank you.
this amazing POAP
Yep.
that people were able to get by attending the Hackatow event in the Arium Gallery. It's
Yep.
funny because I remember there was an X copy POAP that people were trying to flip, right? They were going to
Yeah.
go like 0.25 or half an ETH, right? So
Yeah.
this Hackatow one is super dope. I would not be surprised to see this on the mainnet market soon as well.
Yeah, so what's cool about this is I have my little stamp on it. You won't know, no one would know this, but
So is this you up here, right here?
yeah, that's me right there. No, no, but what happened was when I was talking with Hackatow about this, they were testing out the animation, and I was their tester, and I was throwing it through the hoops through
Oh,
Photoshop
is
and
this your part right here?
no, no, yeah, that's
Okay.
I actually they were thinking about getting rid of some animation, and
Rune, I'm losing you. I think having all this animation here is cutting out your signal. I may have to go off of this tab. Rune, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I was like, please don't.
Rune, you're being heavily censored by Hackatow. All right, I think I need to change tabs here. Obviously, super dope stuff. Being a role holder here has paid dividends with whitelist for cool projects. We're continuing to push that and trying to work to get more value for you guys that are above and beyond what you could get hula hooping elsewhere. And this POAP was super dope. Be on the lookout for more of these types of POAPs so that you guys can really have a really stalwart collection. And there will be more opportunities, I'm sure, as we continue to move forward with different things. Rune, I'm sorry, Rune. Whatever happened to you, we'll send the authorities to try to find you.
I'm being
And
censored.
are you back?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, no, I can hear
Hackatow,
I can hear you. I can hear you now. But basically the
okay,
message is
Hackatow got in.
be on the lookout for more opportunities as they come.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Um, I did want to make mention that I was able to score on the UFC drop that had happened for their,
Yep.
their inaugural drop, 5 packs. So in doing so, It was a mixed experience, right? A lot of people had, their thoughts on the value, and we talked about that a little bit afterwards. They went after and announced that there was an issue with that drop,
I
actually.
heard.
So the rarity distribution was not correct on the legendaries that were in the packs. And so what they did was they actually refunded or they credited everyone's Dapper balance $50, which was the cost of a
Yep.
pack. So essentially refunded for every pack that you purchased in full if you didn't get a legendary. And then also airdropped one moment randomized to every person
Wow.
for every pack that you got and didn't get a legendary. So I got my money back. And then I also got 5 moments. And so I just
Nice.
saved them for you guys. I know I could, I supposedly look at them on chain. I am not going to. We're going to look at them now together. Let's
Awesome.
take a gander. So, Ruin, did you score any UFC packs or no? I think you missed this one, right?
No, what happened? My bank denied me, thought it was fraud. So
Ah,
I could
that's
have got my
right.
money back.
Could have got free packs.
Right. McKinney. Okay. Okay.
By the way, did they deny it for a full transaction or just a dollar threshold?
No, full transaction. I think because it comes out of the UK, but
Yeah, I have seen some people have success when it was a certain dollar threshold.
mm,
Um, Obviously, $49 probably wasn't that threshold, but
nope. They said nope, you're not getting it because we don't believe it's you. But it was.
so no color yet. But that being
No,
said, free pack drops, free extra moments, can't complain now.
definitely. That's still good though. I mean, good for them for identifying it and compensating people.
Yeah, I didn't see the UFC's reaction to it, quite honestly. That being said, their next drop, which was supposed to be this past weekend, they pushed off to get things correct. So that's going to be on February 7th. Only
Yeah.
this time, there will only be 30,000 packs that'll be dropped this time versus the 100,000 that went out over
Ooh.
the very first drop. The marketplace is likely to be opening at that same
Mm-hmm.
time. So that'll be interesting, right? With the marketplace opening.
Yes.
Importantly, this will be the last drop of Series 0. So if you
Mm,
look at these are not even Series 1, right? It's clear that
yeah.
these are, from a different series altogether.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome though. I mean, getting in on the ground floor.
Yeah, so, for the historical precedent, I may
Yeah.
go back in and try to get what I can. Who knows? Hopefully it doesn't, but may lead to more free Dapper credits. But
Right.
I would say that they probably have their stuff together.
Yes, definitely.
And so with that refund of Dapper credits, I went and was able to, as most of us were, we were accepted. We had to apply to another list within a list, and then we were part of the NFL All Day Beta. Finally,
Yay.
finally. So about 30,000, I think 29,000 packs for this beta drop that
Yes.
happened over the past week. Only 60. Well, what am I saying? Only there was 30,000 packs roughly, but
Yep.
about 60,000 people allowed to
People.
be into the beta.
Yep.
Intentionally, maybe, right? See what kind of strain on the
It's
system
a stress
does.
test. Yeah.
Right, right. And so there was a lot of people upset. And I don't know if they're new to the whole concept. Maybe
Probably.
that's a good sign. That means they're not coming over from NBA Top Shot necessarily.
Yep.
But there were a
Yep.
lot of I saw Rude Moose in there. She was juggling, man. She was putting in some work because
She
they
had
were
a hard
really
time, but
yeah,
yeah,
they were
I
giving
felt
everyone the
bad for her.
business in there. So I
Yeah.
scored my one pack. I also saved this to open and rip with you guys. So let's check it
Nice.
out. What is going on?
I did that.
Interesting. Mongo says this
Gotta
is a
love lag.
catastrophe.
I mean, this is definitely my doing.
Could take up to 10 minutes.
It can take up to 10
what
minutes.
what the heck is this? Um
It sounds like this is it's using my internet connection.
yeah. Man, did Hackatow
Interesting.
want us to prevent ripping packs on NFL all day as well? I
Apparently.
don't know.
You didn't
Well,
sign the NDA, did you? Just kidding.
I did not. Well, while we're waiting for this, I also wanted to make mention, props to Moneyball for winning the. Oh, we'll
Yes.
come back to this. Let's rip it. Oh, a Tom Brady.
Ooh.
Tom Brady inclusion here. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good one, I think. I mean, you got Tom Brady being sacked, so I'm already a fan. You got the Rams.
Yeah,
It's Von Miller.
yeah. I mean, this could be like the LeBron or the Kobe effect, right? That's like an
Yeah,
unintentional moment inclusion. So I think this is a good pull.
that is a good pull. I would be totally stoked about that one. All right. Look
Okay.
at you. Super Bowl picks.
Sorry, Rads.
Nice. All right. Okay. Stafford.
You
I
know what? I'm not, a
I
little
would be very
anticlimactic for the end, but I'm not mad at this pack.
I would be
Not mad
very
at this
happy if
pack.
I were you. That I would
Yeah,
be totally excited about that. That's a great job. Nice pull.
yeah, man. And hey, maybe I'm setting up for some fantasy action with these moments. Let's see.
It was worth the
But
wait, wasn't it?
it was I'm not sure if you're talking about my wait to get into the beta or the 2 minute wait.
Into the beta.
I wasn't realizing that this is a drive. I was looking at it like it was just a moment.
Oh, it's a drive. It's a full drive.
Correct. Yeah.
Ooh, that's even better.
Very cool. I'll have
Nice.
to study that a little bit more and understand, what exactly I'm looking at. But I'm just hyped to be in. Hyped to be in.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So as I started to mention, our gamification for football continues, and we're
Yeah.
happy to say that in addition to props, which we will have props for the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and we'll be sure to make it some fun props, like a French fry bath or whatever's going to happen over there, right? I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
Yeah, instead of a Gatorade bath, it was a French fry bath. But
Nice.
yeah, so we were also going to be introducing Super Bowl squares for people that want to participate. So in addition to props, we're looking to do squares. A lot of fun stuff to come. Keep an eye on the Sports NFT channel. We'll be talking more about it and how you guys can get in and participate. The key is we're going to make it fun, right? So while you're watching, in addition to busting chops with all of your buddies or your house party that you're at, you can hop on Discord and tease me for losing horribly with terrible numbers and also embarrassing myself with my prop picks. Although I'm pretty good on colors of Gatorade and singers. I just got to be honest with you guys. Or maybe Rune, maybe you don't think so. I'm going to take your silence as a diss. Least comic standing gamification of football. It is. We're further gamifying it with some bets and props and things of that nature. You know what we're talking about. You get in there.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't, be sure to go and look in the Sports NFT channel where we will be posting this stuff, as well as interesting news from the sports and collectibles marketplace and economy throughout the week. And I hope you guys have a good one. A lot of exciting stuff on deck.
1 second. Just putting out there. If anyone has an alpha driver role at Crypto Motors, get in. They're releasing the alpha. They released the alpha today to everyone that has an alpha driver role. So get that 3D racing on.
Wait, it's releasing today?
It already released. Yeah. You
Ruin,
got access to a special channel.
You're holding out on us. Thank you for finally dropping the alpha when we could have been buying up cars all this time.
I know. Well, you know what? My internet has been hacked by Hackatow.
Hey, appropriate, right?
Right.
Appropriate. Rune, it's been a pleasure. Go find yourself
Definitely.
a decent spot to stand around with your Radio Shack cell phone and try to get
Yeah.
in a call next time. We will talk to everybody on the Discord. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Hangtime.